I think this year we might win. So I'm looking for those Scot rebels. For the brave English Scots rebels. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna reckon it now. Brave England.
Welcome back to Hotspots. We're documenting the British summertime in the beautiful weather here in Shrewsbury. Come back to 1403 to document medieval battle. We're live right now. The battle's about to commence.
Very damp out there today. Very moist.
How is your father-son relationship? Do you like your dad?
He's alright, but I can't wait until he dies so that I can have the throne, really, at this point.
When there's a battle on, it's payday, because that's when all the other tools come out. We get paid an awful lot to patch these guys up.
So I'm his Lord Prince Henry. And, I'm a very spryly 16-year-old.
Hell of a beard for a 16-year-old.
I know, I have good genetics. I think this is what happened with old Percy, because they used to be good mates once. But then he refused to pay ransom for the Scottish prisoners, otherwise known as that bugger, the Earl of Douglas.
Douglas!
That whole rebellion's kicked off, bit of a nasty business really, but we'll soon put it down.
Who is this motley crew around you?
These are my the lads, the boys. Yeah, so
is there a medieval term for the lads, the boys?
Literally that, yeah. It's
men at arms.
Men at arms.
I'm basically one of the men at arms. We're part of a mercenary group, so I'm one of the top heavy people. So I'll be on the front line fighting in the armoured column.
I normally go by, I think I normally use Edward for 15th century shows. That was a very common name back then.
So at the Battle of Shrewsbury in 1403, the future Prince, future Henry V, who was the Prince of Wales at that point, got an arrow in the face.
Ouch.
Yeah. Now, the thing with these is that they were usually fixed on using beeswax, so if you try yanking the shaft out, you're going to leave the head behind. So what the surgeon John Bradmore did was to create this tool where you can see you've got a centre rod that pushes down here, and as you push it down, it pushes those outer bits apart. So that would slide into the hole left by the arrow shaft into the socket of the arrowhead, and then by tightening it from the middle, you could then just draw it out.
Slowly.
Hey.
Now we're not. Surgeon, if I could knight you on the spot, I would. I'd take a royal pardon. Never mind what for. You have it. Thank you, my lord. You can keep my hands.
So what is it about medieval reenactment and earlier periods that you find so enjoyable?
Sort of like levelling up on Skyrim.
I kind of got into the reenactment at uni. Some of the guys were doing some bash and it kind of dragged me from there.
You know, you start off with basic kit and then by the end of it you end up with a full suit of armour that you've built up over time.
I joined in because fun, extra clank.
So it's really nice to have that sort of RPG element within the hobby, really.
We're from the United States, from Utah.
The West Coast.
My family left a long time ago. And yours were like 1700s, right?
Yeah, my family came with the Pilgrims.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Reenactments here in the UK, are they better than the ones in America?
Like, we don't have anything pre-Revolutionary War, really. And so it's all shooting guns. America! Fuck yeah! But it goes a lot further back. So I think that's kind of cool to see the armour and everything like that.
Do you feel like it's roles reversed since you were a kid? You're now inspiring those other kids that you can see watching the reenactment to do the same?
Yeah, definitely. Like, hey kids, you want to do something silly? Do reenactment.
We'll start with our traditional, as Chris says. We start this way and work our way down.
What's the alcohol content of this bad boy?
15%.
Very nice.
Next, this is our award winner. It's won gold in Europe and it's the second one.
What we like to call the rounds, which is where we
That one was really, really tasty.
through, guys. I know you're probably like, how are we only halfway through?
I'm loving this. This is great. It's trivia time.
Oh my god, it's trivia time.
Which weapon was brought to the forefront during the Battle of Shrewsbury?
I believe it was the longbow.
Hey, 10 points.
Hey, 10 points. This is very much the working end of the campsite. And what we're doing is feeding people, because you can't go into battle on an empty stomach. Hey, medieval people ate the same kind of stuff that we did, and they laughed at fart jokes.
Will it be a bit of a party under here later tonight?
Yeah, we'll definitely deserve the chance to let our hair down and have a mead or two. We wouldn't let you film.
Yeah. Are you prepared to see any injuries out there on the battlefield?
Don't think we'll see anything, to be honest.
Health and safety. And
Horses getting involved.
Oh, there's a horse. We're here with the one horse rider.
That's right, yeah. So this is King.
How well would you fare in a real life battle?
He's a bit slow, this one. He's very brave. He will go in there. He will mix it up. So fighting horse on horse is he's very good at.
King the horse.
But in a real battle, I don't think any of us here really want to be in a real battle. It's not a very pleasant place to be.
Good. It's like self-defense of the Middle Ages.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's all just about hit, but there's actually a lot of books from then written on how to use a sword.
I'll come in with a slow movement, and then you show me what you would do real time. So,
Oh yeah. Should we go up?
Yeah.
Something like that.
As it's coming in.
Finish him.
Well, you would fare better than I would in this type of environment.
Hello. Hello.
What's brought you here today with this little duck?
He does like to come away and meet and greet people. We go to many medieval events all over the country together.
And is this the only duck that you own?
No, I've got many more, but this is the only one I take out. The rest are just pets. So he's not a pet, he's a friend.
Would you say it's more like the history element of things or the sense of community that's so prevalent here?
Oh, that's tough because it's both. Because like Shrewsbury just has a really good like quality of kit and people, and like in the evenings when everyone's sat around the campfire, you know, you can go to anyone and it's super welcoming.
You've talked passionately about the culture and the history. Do you think that's one of the main draws for you personally to come to kind of reenactment events such as this? Is the history, the culture?
Yeah, hugely. It sort of drew me towards history. And then through history, I've met these guys. I never studied it. I'm not a trained historian, as it were. So it was always something that was driven by my own passion. It's the same with anything. You meet like-minded people. They become your friendship group. You have the chat and the information. You learn from each other. You live with each other, and it develops from there.
So I like the fact that we're travelling around the country, speaking to different people, meeting new people. Fantastic social life. And you get to see some amazing places. We stay in castles, we get to kick the poo out of each other, and then go and get drunk afterwards and laugh it all off. It's just a really good weekend. It's better than sat at home. Gets you out there. I know it's a bit nerdy, but it's fun, so why not?
There's a lot of people you only know through events, and that's the only time you see them, so you might go over to their camp, have a catch up and chat.
If you could pick one thing that's your favourite thing about these sort of days or coming and doing reenactments, what would you choose?
Do you know, actually, sitting around the fires and the banter with everybody and having a giggle, would you agree?
We live in a society now which is very instant and kind of throwaway. We consume everything in 15-second clips, and then it's forgotten about almost instantly. I think people have got more access to information, to education, to knowledge than ever before, and it's been kind of devalued because of the abundance of it.
Many kids these days spend hours on social media platforms aimlessly
The
scrolling
UK
through
government
video
has
after
banned
video.
the social media app TikTok from their phones. Does the internet make us smarter or more distracted?
A UC Irvine professor shows we are spending less time focusing on one.
But having the history there to look at helps you sort of see what brought us to where we are now.
You're royalists, okay? It looks like we're winning!
Smooth radio, take it away.